Hello, everyone. I'm really glad to be here, and thank you very much for Ekaterina and her colleagues that you make this event possible. And I was following CO-Urbanism from the early years, and now it happened that I joined you. That's why I'm really very happy. And I'm also happy to see all these active, creative people here as well. And I enjoyed all the presentations which were done previously. So, as far as I have 10 minutes, so I better spend them wisely. I feel a little bit cold, so perhaps I will be stumbling a little bit, but I will make it till the end, for sure. So, I will tell you about the urban game, as Ekaterina has mentioned already, which is called Playhellocity. And it is about 52 ideas of how to liven up your city. So, before starting telling you about the game, about the challenges we tried to overcome, I need to mention my team, surely, to give all the credits to the organizers of the residence where we have met, and to all their people who were co-creators of this game. So have a look at the cities. So this is our Annie. So we called Anne and Annie differently to make a difference. Yeah, surely. So from Perm, it's Russia. Then it's Ksenia from Novokuznetsk. It's also Russia, Siberia. And me from Minsk, and Anna from Torgbalint. This is Hungary, the past region of Budapest. And what do you think? What is really in common between each of us here? So what makes us to work together, actually? We shared the same, actually, we were worried by the same challenge, by the same problem, which brought us to the same working group during the urban development residence in Lithuania, Raseiniai, as you have seen. And it was not by chance that we were located from Vilnius to Raseiniai, this very tiny, small town, because this is actually a very great example of how community is important, of the ideas which might liven up the city, which is not that active or remarkable historically. So, and the main area there was the historical museum, which accumulated all the activity, all the foreign guests, and all the initiatives. So let's move forward. Yeah, all of us are coming from post-Soviet cities. And actually, Anna from Hungary as well, she's living in the block houses area. And what we actually, yes, I'm coming from Minsk. This is a post-Soviet city with special Stalinist eclectic architecture and the great amounts of block houses, buildings. So what we were observing all the time, the lack of interaction between the neighbors, the sleeping hollows of the neighborhood. And if there is no any interaction, there is no any dialogue. So there is no any reflection. And being put in these separated block houses, we all live primarily in the interior, not at the exterior, not at the public places, which have been invaded by cars from 50s and 60s. And when the modernists came to ground, it became very popular. And when every architecture was dreaming to repeat the same design as Le Corbusier. That's why we have met all these challenges mentioned. So the problem is clear, and the task is clear: how to change the situation, how to make people living in these neighborhoods more active, reflective on the issue, how to bring their mindset from exterior thinking, schools, banks, works, their flats, to the exterior, that they are the urban subjects, and the city planning must be centered around them. So if they face the unfriendly architecture, if they were born in the unfriendly architecture, what they can do to change it. So then we have an idea, we have a goal, pursue, and afterwards, surely we were thinking about the target audience. So who will be the part of this game? And why it was a game? Because you know that everyone is busy. No one wants to be a preacher, and no one wants to be preached. That's why we decided that we should offer something easy, something playful and not very complicated to accomplish that you can integrate into your daily habits. So we would think about citizens which already feel uncomfortable in the urban environments, but they really don't understand why. Then the ones who do understand why they feel uncomfortable, but they don't know what to do, how to change the situation if you already is in the unfriendly urban environments. And also, surely we would go to the already active communities, which might lack some ideas how to live up their community and neighborhoods. And surely we would go to opinion leaders, because, well, no one can, I guess, make a progress without opinion leaders. So, this is a picture. This is not a game. This is a prototype. Let's call it like that. This is a prototype of a game, yes. And this is the result. This is a pack of cards. They are 52, because if we were right, there are 52 weeks in a year. So we decided to create 52 ideas. And we worked for a month, making interviews in the neighborhood, collecting challenges. And then from these challenges, we collected the ideas how to engage the citizens and people from the neighborhood into weekly challenges, which will be easy to accomplish. So, and we would concentrate on such, we were focusing such qualities as like interaction in the neighborhood. Because, for instance, you wouldn't go and make something, yeah, to living up your creative placemaking, but you can share values, which is really very important. Share values, how to live in the neighborhood, how to preserve it, etc. How to live a sustainable life. And then also there will be an active participation, because there are like introverts, extroverts, and if you would like to go and to clean your neighborhood, I mean, to make a party in the yard, to make a tea ceremony, etc., then you will go and do this. And also creative approaches. There are very abundant areas which are really very spooky. But there are creative approaches which can make from them very funny places which would draw youth and creative people to these places. And I just would like to show you a few examples of the cards we have. So this is like a community library. If there is no any interaction in the building you live in, this is like block houses, perhaps we can start from a community library. Bring all the books which you are no longer reading and place them outside. So, and perhaps you will create something more around this library. And it motivates cooperation and taking care of your building. Yeah. Then also very famous and very important storytelling. One or two, you will feel some warmth to the place you're living in when you start collecting stories, when you start talking to people, to the elderly, to your relatives already living there for a long time, and then to making the stories and sharing them in the building, on the streets, etc., etc. And also the other card. So. Actually, my pain is the bus stop, because all the time I'm observing how people are suffering at the bus stops, waiting for the bus to come. But this is the most interactive place to be, I think so. So perhaps this is the idea how to make most of the bus stop or any other place, and to investigate the dreams of your community, of your neighborhood, who are waiting together with you every morning or every evening on this bus stop, and collect the dreams, and then make something out of it. And already the process is important. And this is actually the week challenge for this week. And I invite you all to join. So what you need to do is just to take the challenge and to leave the hashtag. So I will follow and we will find you through Facebook. And I'm going to the localization of the game, how it's played actually. Yes, the Facebook page. As Thomas has mentioned, Facebook is a very powerful tool, so we decided that in order to reach greater audience than like some community or a school, we should go to Facebook. We should launch a page there and to put all the week challenges out there, and to invite everyone to follow, to complete the challenges outside in the city, and to share them on the Facebook so we and the others can follow, can be inspired and join the game. These are the rules. So you pick up a card. So actually, we are picking up the cards and putting them on the Facebook. And your task is to read it, to go outside the city, and to complete the challenge. As this example with Nonviolence Day and yoga. And then you are to document it, to share on your page on Facebook and also in the group of the Playhellocity. And perhaps you can share your reflections, emotions, whatever you want. And this is not all. You should collect shares and likes. So it means that the game is spreading out and the others will repeat and join. And a result, surely the best thing is to understand, to realize that you're making something really good to the world, to the city. You feel this attachment and you feel this feeling, I belong to the city and city belongs to me. And I'm no longer afraid of the unfriendly environment. I know how to master it, how to master the dragon. And in the end, we also have some souvenirs, eco bags, badges, you can find them there. And the stickers as well, to put on your devices. Many youth like to put like devices on their devices with stickers. So here are the badges and bags and stickers. And the badges are not just the badges. They are like, these are awards for being charisma guru. If you were very good enough at sharing the values, and you make points. Have you noticed that there are orange, green, and yellow cards? This helps you to earn scores in different directions. It depends actually on you. So this is a win-win game. You will receive a badge of Charisma Guru if you're good at sharing values. You will be visionary. This is the one who are very creative with approaches, and catalyzer of change, the one who is actually active on the ground. And our main principle while creating the game was that it will be not difficult to complete. The idea that every man is an artist and community knows better, and there are no any limitations. Because if you have seen the cards, you can make these tasks in many possible ways. So if you would go through a hashtag and compare the results, everyone can make it their own way, and this is really great. And these are the examples how it looks like at the page. When there is a task is published, posted, then the participants, they took part in realizing this challenge and sharing it on Facebook. This is how it looks like. They were doing this interactive hopscotch. This is an abandoned area which unites two regions, districts of Minsk, and they are very industrial ones. So, and people are really not very happy to pass by the stairs. They are scary under the bridge. So they decided to invigorate it a little bit and make fun of it. And this is the other task over cakes for strangers. And you can see that someone is got very, very motivated. Not for a stranger, but strangers perhaps. The whole neighborhood will be stuffed. So this is about collecting urban mosaic. And also, there are surely shortcomings in everything you are doing. So, as I have mentioned, that Facebook, we were considering Facebook as a very masterful and very cool idea how to involve people. Alas, as life shows us, that it's not a very active tool how to engage people, how to recruit them. Because in the age of the proliferancy of information, or you receive so many invitations by Facebook that you will ignore them. Well, and another invitation from Playhellocity. What the hell is that? So that's why we were thinking about solutions. And the best solutions will be to find another entry points, the physical ones actually, to connect to opinion leaders, to connect to existing communities and go there, because they already need these ideas. Also to go to schools, because there are boring lectures, not seminars, even classes at school, how to respect your environment, how to be sustainable, ecologically friendly. But why not to play a game and give our pupils a challenge per week? And also networking. There are many other communities, activists and organizations who are already organizing different events. Why not to become a part of this event and to make it diverse? And also different public fairs and thematic events when you would come with your bags, with your badges and cards and play right there and make a lottery, for instance, which is always interesting. And then you will you will play it, and you will find followers who will then go to Facebook and follow you and complete the challenges. And this is the example of the cart plein air. Yes, and this is the example of going to already existing community. This is Kotov Community Park. It's not actually a park, but it is a park for this community. And this is actually the politicized issue, because it happens that in Minsk and Belarus, ecologists, ecological activists sometimes are being taken on political level as political activists because of the activism. So the community and ecological activists, they were protecting this park because it was commanded that all the trees would be cut off at all to build a church there. So, and the community would come and protect. They would just draw ice with on the trees. They would come there and like keep hands, etc. So, and then we would come during peaceful times with this card game, and children, elderly people would draw the future of Kotovka Park, future events, and through these drawings we would like to prove that they would like to have a park full of life, and they have already activities in mind, and they don't want these trees to be demolished. Yes, this is how we are drawing, and all the perspectives are present. Yes, and this is the same thing on the community of Osmolovka. These are the old buildings, historical, which also should be demolished, and the community is protecting them. And they are active with urban gardening, but they've never had made seed bombs as guerrilla gardening on the cart. So it was very interesting for them to try it, not on the ground, but to make these bombs. Yeah, rather. Yes, and this is the example of lotteries on the public fairs. So I'm presenting the game, and I have subscribers, and we are playing right away the game. And on the 28th of, actually today, tomorrow is the start of Artes Liberalis festival. It's mostly born from European Humanities University, but now it's broader. And on the 28th, I would be making a workshop on urban studies, and also we would use one of the cards while investigating the role of the streets, the ideal street, and what is missing in Minsk in this like spatials, highways, Stalinist city, etc. So this is it.